English speaking and public speaking practice in same video. Try to focus my examination and my college curriculum. And this is the communication skills PDFs, and I will try to focus to learn and manage. You are not proper looking now, but I will try to focus. This session will be dedicated for our self-improvement journey to build my English speaking and public speaking session. Now introduction. The World Communication Organization from the Latin word communi, which means common, and the World Business stands for any economic activity which is undertaken with a view to earn profit, and the businesses stand for any economics activity which undertaken with a view to earn profit, and the communication or undertaken in the process of this activity each turn of business communication. Now, definition: and communication is a process. Oh, 1 minute. Where communication is generally defined. Communication is a passing information to understanding from one person to another. Communication is generally defined as the activity of conveying information. Communication has been derived from the Latin word communis, and meanings to share. Communication is something people to do. To understand human communication process, one must understand how people relate to each other. Meaning, and the communication is defined as the flow of a material information, perception, understanding, and imagination among various parties. Business includes those organizations which are engaged in the production and distribution of goods and service to earn profit. Therefore, a business communication means flow of information, perception, etc., either within a business organization or outside the organization among different parties. Objective and purpose of communication. The objective of business communication will include the following step: to to receive information, to provide advice, to educate and train your customer, to issue orders and instruction, the persuade a target audience, to receive suggestion, to motivate and to integrate, to relate and to entertain. Importance of a business communication and persuasion. Persuasion is one of the factor of a marketing communication. Persuasion is the main reason company engage in marketing to pursue their target audience to take action as the buy their product or subscribe to their service, make a phone call, donate money. All marketing communication is goal oriented, as the predetermined objective helps to create effective marketing communication strategy. Every successful marketing communication helps plan the marketing message on the basis of a feedback information from them. Communication creates a meeting of minds and improve industrial relation. It's a help to develop mutual cooperation and understanding, thereby improving industry productivity. Communication is indispensable for every organization to develop and maintain reputation of a goodwill with the customer and investor, determined dealers and suppliers. A principle and a nature of communication. A business organization is a group of people associated to earn profit. Various kinds of activities have to be performed by the people of an organization, so as the earn profit, and business communication is known as a backbone of any organization. Those various activities business needs an effective and systematic communication. Without efficient communication, one cannot even imagine to do work and hire will be the unable to earn profit. Since the aim of a business organization to earn profit, the organization will die without profit, and this death is the result of the absence of communication. This is why communication is called lifeblood of a business organization. We can prove this statement more clearly through a following points. Gain clarity over who, where, what, how much, and from a channel, for period, and what was it. Communication involves a polarity of a person. Existence of a message is essential, which may be the fororder instructions or information about the managerial plans, politics, and programmers. Okay. Now, it's the two away and continuous process. It's a primary purpose to motivate our response. Communication may be formal, controllable, or informal, uncontrollable. It can be in a vertical and horizontal, or diagonal. The seven C's of a communication help a overcome of barriers in the concern and the consideration of a state that every message should be prepared, keeping it mind the person who will be the receiver of the message, and the receiver interested should be kept in a mind while drafting the message. A specify ways to indicate a candidate are focus on you attitude instead I or we. The material of a content of the message should be from a reader point of view. Use of a positive words should be allowed so that positive reaction could hear received by the readers. And the benefits of readers should be of prominent prominent parts of message. Example: we attitude I am delegated to announce that there will be extra classes for the student in college to clarity their program. You attitude, you will be able to clarify your problem in the extra classes organized in the college. Your attitude and clarity. Clarity is the most important characteristics of communication, especially in a case of oral communication, presentation, and clarity in work language. Communication is very important to ensure proper presentation of ideas, message. One wants to communicate during conversation. Clarity can be achieved thought and flowing way. Precious 1 minute. Precious familiar use of a word of the largest language during communication. Effective sentences should be framed. This should be the unity in all words of message, so that with the main idea of message can be properly communicated. And short length of a sentences of average 70 to 20 words should be preferred, and the complete completeness and the complete message is very important to communicate the main idea of information behind the message. Oral and presentation should be as of for possible planned on restructure, and all the information related to message should be properly communicated. Guidelines for ensuring completeness are follow. Provide all the necessary information required for a accurate understanding of the message. All questions asked by the audience should be properly answered by presenter during oral presentation and communication. Some extra information, whenever desirable, should be given to audience to make the presentation topic more clearly specific and complete. And the consciousness for 60 is consciousness is the essential. Consistency is the essential requirement. requirement of oral communication consult and a message sent on expenses of both sender to on receiver considered means very brief short on information message which is able to explain the idea minimum words and words is a message should not be repetitive in naturally only relevant information should be communicated in message correctness in oral communication grammatically errors should be avoided right level of language should be used both in a formal and informal communication use of accurate words and spelling should be considered concreteness. Okay, now next C is concreteness is means a specific defined on a valid use of information that we give our general correct concept and fact. The fingers should be used to make the to receiver known exactly what is required or desired and concentrate language. The seven C's of communication help overcome barriers. Consideration and the consideration states that every period keeping in mind in the person who will be the receiver of the message receiver interested and should be the kept in the mind while drafting the message a specific way to indicate clearness and the focus on you attitude instead I on we material or content of the message should be from a reader point of view use of a positive word should be allowed to allow so that positive reaction could be received by the readers benefits of the readers should be the prometer prominent parts of the message. Example, we attitude. I am a delegated to announce that there will be extra classes for the students in the college to clarify their problems. Okay, you attitude. You will be able to clarify your problem in the extra classes organized in the college. Clarity is the most important characteristics of a communication especially is the case or oral communication presentation clarity in words language of expression is very important to ensure proper presentation of ideas message one wants to communicate during conversation clarity can be achieved through the following ways and precious family use of uses of words and language during communication effective sentences should be framed on there should be unity in one words of a message so that the main ideas of a message can be properly communicated. And so a short length of sentence of average 70 to 20 words should be preferred and completeness complete message is very important to communicate to main the idea of information behind the message oral presentation should be as a for as a possible planned or restructured and all the information related to message should be a properly communicated guidelines for ensuring the completeness are as follows provide all necessary information required for accurate understanding of message all the questions asked by the audience should be proper answered by the presenter during oral communication some extra information when will be desirable should be given to audience to make the presentation topic more clearly a specific of complete consistency is the essential requirement of oral communication consists message save time on expense of a both sender to receiver a consistent means brief short on information message which is able to explain the idea of a message of the message with a minimum Words is the meaning should not be repetitive in nature, and only relevant information should be communicated in message. Correctness. Okay. In the oral communication, grammatically errors should be avoided. Right level of language should be used both in the formal and informal communication, which use of accurate words and spelling should be considered and concentratedness. It's mean the a specific definite on a valid use of information, and then we of a generally considered facts, and facts on the figure should be used to make the receiver known exactly what is the required desired consent language. And the on the information help with the interpreting the message is the same way as a communication intent of a communication the message. The 7C of communication has to overcome your barriers. Now, my dear friends, today's session will be almost completed, because today only try to focus 20 minutes to English speaking practice, and every day I will try to build my consistency and discipline. But day 92 is not working to my consistency and discipline, but I will try to build consistency in my mind and practice some little bit in my practice. But day 93, today is day 93, and today I will practice the most important things of English speaking with the best ideas of our session. And today I build my consistency and discipline, and consistency is the key of your any success to build your step by step, and a small habits can change everything. Now my friends, you can try to build your system, to build any habits, to build a small. You can start a small any habits to build building any habits to build power, and gaining some information is very effectively. You can practice 1 hours a day is not working, but you can practice 2 minutes a day is more important than 1 hours a day, because 1 hours a day 7 to 8 days after not working, but 2 minutes a day it's working, and it's improving our day to build powerful thinking, to build our system. And everything is okay, but you are not try to build your future and correctness. Now build your ability to build my thinking level and understanding power. Now this is the most important things to build every day: consistency and discipline, because discipline change your life completely. And you have a mission. You don't have a mission to, you don't work like a warrior, but you have a mission to, you work like a warrior, and every minutes you are more important than, because you have a work to done every day. You don't have a work to you, and you feel lazy. You feel lazy and not working every day, and not work to your life. So my, you can try to build your anything, to build your focus that goes any subject. This subject will be achieve your life. I will try to, my focus is English speaking practice session, and this session will be goes to 20 minutes and repeated consistency is the build of my life. And every day I will try to practice in session, in rarely case to build with. Some days I feel very tired, but this day practice 2 minutes only day. 2 minutes practice is more important our life. And my journey of day 1 to day 93 is most important and more learnable things to be builded every day. Every day of failure, some days are failure, some days are success in my life. Now this session will be completed, and tomorrow I will come and practice every day. Now this session will be totally completed, and now my one session is Now, thank you to joining this session and build yourself to one habit to build your life. Thank you. Be